Welcome back, gentlemen, to the shop. In today's video, we are going to be doing the official U.S. Forest Service stenciling. Well, how are we going to do that? Well, I've actually got a hold of one of their machines off of eBay. We'll do it together to our new box, and who knows where this will take us. This here, gentlemen, is a Marsh stenciling machine. This is how these awesome stencils are cut. Usually you see them in half, 3/4, and 1 inch. I decided to go with a 3/4 because that's a good average. I've been kind of looking for one of these on eBay for a while, and one came up that was in good condition in Florida, and I snatched it. The characters are selected with this big round dial, and you can see what's available to us. The whole entire English alphabet, the numbers. Some of them are shared, like the 0 and the O are the same. All of those individual characters are housed in these dies right here. It's basically like a giant typewriter. This is the stock that is required. It's called a board. It's a heavy, kind of a waterproof or waxed cardboard that is made for this machine. Now this machine will do 20 characters across and 4 lines. We've punched out white, but we need a space between white and gas. So this little plunger right here will advance the card without stamping. On our second line, we'll add the and character. To center it, we'll count how many. So we have 9 here. So if we go 1, 2, 3 spaces and then a 4 and punch here, that's going to be about as close as we can get. Line 1 was on the 3, so we'll bump line 2 up to 2. We'll go over here and match the reference marks. Now we need to make 3 spaces. Whoops, we'll lock it down here. 1, 2, 3. Now the reason why we're doing 3 is because it will advance before it stamps. Right here. Let's see, did we get it right? Yeah, it looks pretty good. And there is our template. To ink the stencil, the Forest Service uses a tool that I had never seen before, and this is an ink applicator. Man, very nice tool. If you open the end, you'll see that inside the handle is the ink. Now you can get this in various colors. I'm using white. But it's stored in there. What's cool about this is you don't have to wash out a brush each time you use it, and what you get is a nice crisp marking. Now this cap on here keeps the roller, the paint from drying off, so that if you're stenciling all the time, you can just leave this ready to go. There's a plunger right here. 2 plunges they recommend after you've done several stencils. Presses a little bit of paint into this roller. We'll just kind of eyeball this here. We'll match the top, make sure that we're roughly in the center. It doesn't really matter. All right, here we go. It said 2 passes. So there and back. There and back. We'll try one a little slower. Is that... Not very fine right there. Obviously I pressed too hard. Let's try it. Now on the original machine there's not enough room for the width. They did it sideways, so let's try it here. We'll press a little bit, have a little bit lighter touch and see what happens here. Let's try it. Now on the original machine there's not enough room for the width. They did it sideways, so let's try it here. We'll press a little bit, have a little bit lighter touch and see what happens here. Not very good. It's still a little bit loose. Maybe I need a little more paint. You have to be careful. Boy, you get too much and then it runs. Yeah, I'm not doing a very good job right there. Let me dry that roller off just a little bit. Let's see here. We're not getting very good results right there, are we? I don't know what's going on with the gas, but let's see. Let's try one more time on the back end. That wasn't very good, was it? The stenciling is not quite as clean as I would have hoped. It was user error. I had too much ink on my applicator. So I'll have make sure that's a little bit drier next time, but it's okay. We're learning by doing. All right, let's put our hardware on and finish building out our kit. All right, gentlemen, what do you think? Turned out pretty good. Put the hardware back on. Didn't paint the hardware like the original. Of course, you don't want to do that. You guys called me out how dumb it was to have a little extra lip on there when I had a handle, so I did go ahead and trim that. But that's what we ended up with. Now, can we build it out? Are all of the pieces still available over the shelf to equip it like the original one? And I'm happy to say that yes, they're different, but they are still available. Now, I went to my local hardware store, and they still have the 1-gallon cans of white gas. Now, you don't need to buy the white gas anymore. You can run the new lanterns off of unleaded. These new ones are dual fuel, and that's a huge savings because this is expensive. So if you don't have the can, go ahead and buy one, put it in your kit, and as you use it up, we'll replace this with premium unleaded, and that's all you're gonna need. So what was included in the original kit? If you remember, it was all untouched, so we got to kind of see inside what it was. And there was the original felt water stopping filter made out of solid copper, which sadly, those are not going to be available anymore. A canvas rag, and then of course the 1-gallon can. This would have had everything you needed and would have been half of the lantern kit. So what's available today? Well, believe it or not, Coleman still makes the small funnel for the lanterns. It's completely different now, but it's not bad. Of course, it's plastic instead of copper. I see that as an upside. It's going to be, it's going to be cheaper, and it's also going to, it's going to last a long time. It's going to be lighter. But look inside. We do have this white material, which I have to assume is going to stop water if you get water or moisture in your fuel, but it's got a vent in it. It's got a vent system. So we'll do a little test and see how these compare to the old ones, but I'm happy with this. It's nice, it's nicely made, good quality, and it fits perfectly in our kit. We can put our kit together, just 3 pieces in this portion, the 1 gallon of white gas, the original funnel, which does fit in there, and a little rag for spills, which I use every time I get out. And there we have it. I'm very happy with the way this turned out. This is a very nice thing to have. If you're a professional homeowner, to have some backup light, backup lanterns. A lot of folks are going to say that this is old, antiquated technology, but the truth of the matter is it worked for your granddad, and it works still today. You guys have them. You still have the lanterns. They still work. The modern stuff we have today, is it going to still be functioning in 100 years? No, you be the judge. But there's just some things that are universal, that have always worked, that always will, that you can count upon, it gives you lots of options. And I think this is going to really start a good kit for us professional homeowners. I'm going to be continuing this series. The next project, we will build the match set of this, which will be for the lantern, where we'll have space for the lantern, a matching box, we'll have replacement parts, mantles, pumps, all that stuff, so that if in a need, you can grab and go, and you're going to have everything that you need and options. So that's kind of where we're going. I'm going to expand upon this. I've been thinking about what critical things should guys have on hand that's attainable, that we can still get today for a reasonable price. So look forward to that. Next one, we'll build that box. So I guess that's it. Thanks for watching. May God bless you and your families. Please keep us in your prayers. If you haven't already subscribed, I invite you to do that. Hit the thumbs up if you enjoy these videos, and we'll see you all on the next video.